We hated Alaska. Or it seemed like we did to a lot of people. So why are we moving there?
Since we announced that we are moving to Alaska, we've been getting a lot of questions. It's actually really windy today, so we'll step inside and talk, get out of the wind so you can hear us.
This episode of Homesteady is brought to you by Backwoods Home Magazine and Reliance Magazine. We're going to talk a little bit more about them later in the episode, but you can get a subscription to Backwoods Home and Reliance Magazine for 50% off. Check out the link in the description below.
Okay, so this thing here, I gotta
Put together.
put this together. So do I have to unscrew it, or can I just, I'm selling a lot of my butcher equipment. It would be good to bring to Alaska, but I just can't fit it all. So we keep getting the question. I thought you guys hated Alaska. If you watched our Alaska Off-Grid Challenge, that was a series we did back in 2023. If you watch that series, then you know that, yeah, our time in Alaska, when we first got there, it was hard.
Premium.
Oh, man. It's one of those overwhelmed things. Can't think about it too hard yet, although it's getting closer.
It's not that far away.
Did we hate Alaska?
Kinda.
It is 40 degrees, beautiful summer.
We were told that the summers here were, this is a quote, glorious.
I heard the words intoxicating. I could quit this real quick.
They never said warm or sunny, so maybe we should have asked more questions.
Yeah, I think when we first got there, yeah.
All right, and I'm going to say, don't take it personally, Alaska. Alaska is beautiful. I wasn't a fan of where we were staying. The A-frame was kind of difficult. And the mosquitoes were a challenge. There's a lot of stuff that was unfamiliar to us that we did not enjoy.
When we decided to do the Alaska Off-Grid Challenge, we were really testing out, like, how would our modern family, who was used to farming and homesteading but not used to off-grid, tiny, rustic living, how would we do? Because at the time we were planning on building at our Sunny Mountain off-grid property. So when we tested out, how did our family like tiny, rustic, off-grid life? At first,
We did not.
we did not like it.
Everything is harder here. Everything. Doing dishes is harder. Cooking is harder. Which just means there is not a moment to rest. Yeah, it was important to do because we were planning on our new homestead being completely off-grid and super rustic because we were going to enjoy all these things, washing laundry by hand. And don't laugh. It's what we thought before we tried it. Preparing for life in off-grid Alaska, I had this image in my head about what laundry day was going to look like. It was going to look like something out of Little House on the Prairie. I would get all the kids together, we'd stand around the wash basins, we'd be scrubbing clothes clean from all the dirt that we've got on them after playing in the woods together. And I would be telling them stories about my childhood, and we'd laugh, and we'd get our chores done together around the basin and growing closer as a family. Yeah, I know, right? This is not what happened. So it's good to figure out, like, no, we did not enjoy doing laundry by hand. I don't know about you personally, Ost, but I was not surprised that I did not like it because pretty much anything I ever try at first, I don't like. And I think that's a me. I don't think it's just a me issue.
No, I don't think it's just you.
It happens because I tend to over-idealize everything I do. So whether it's milking a goat or a cow, or even when I was single, like going and exploring new countries, I always was hit kind of with a lot of instant regret when the reality of the situation hit.
Yeah, you are solidly an idealist. And this is one of those areas where they say opposites attract, right? And maybe in some ways we are very different, but unfortunately we are both idealists. We both think that our dream is going to be amazing. It's going to solve all our problems. And this is like a high school version of us, but like at its root, an idealist is thinking like, this is going to solve everything. This is going to make everything better. It's going to be amazing. And sure, there'll be a little bit of hardship, but I'm going to love it.
Right.
And that's like you said, milking a cow, milking a goat. When you first got into dairy, you were like reading that Keeping a Family Milk Cow book. That milk cow book's like,
yeah, you're going to love it.
You're going to take your bucket and you're going to lean into her side.
It'll be the most soothing, calming thing you do all day.
Her breathing and yours will become as one as you.
And at the beginning, it definitely is not like that.
Have you seen me milk grasshopper? All right, let's do this.
You right? How many times did we come in and you're like, I hate it?
Oh, man.
I hate all the cows. Sell them all.
That video of me milking, because that was like my first cow training, grasshopper. Oh.
I've never trained a cow to be milked. I'm especially scared this morning because this cow can be crazy.
All right, let's do this.
Somebody's a little nervous this morning. And it's not grasshopper.
Hey.
I need to eat more before I do this.
The first milking will always make you want to cry. So he's right on track.
Just horrible. Hated it.
We've done it with goats. I came in. I was like,
oh,
that's it.
Sell
I
the goats?
I hate
you
them
threw
all.
right? Didn't you throw the pail like, that's it? Sell it. I'm done.
I would never.
You're not a thrower.
Whose idea was this to have dairy cows?
Untie before you let her out.
Mm-hmm. That'd be fun. All right. Round 3?
Is it 3?
Is this round 3? This is try number 3. Wow, that leg's still got some reach. No. 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 Just nothing coming out here.
Yeah.
Knock it off. Did not stop that. Nothing's coming out. Why? This
Try
is
some
okay.
strip milking.
Ready?
Honey,
Teats are too
what do you
small.
want me to
This
tell
is
you?
gonna...
It's her first time being milked. It's gonna suck. It's going to make you be so frustrated.
You should
You'll
be
never
saying this
want
on
to do-
camera because this is good.
This is going to suck. You're going to hate it the first time. You will not enjoy this.
I can't.
I've already told, like, you'll want to cry the first time. It's going to suck. Her teats are small. You'll want to get a machine. The first week you're milking will be awful. It's not going to be fun.
No? Yeah, you did say that.
Honestly, pretty much every aspect of homesteading when you first get started is really challenging. It can be frustrating. Oftentimes you'll find yourself wanting to give up when things go wrong. That's totally normal, and that's why it's a good idea to get some help from people with experience. It's always a good thing if you have a mentor locally. If you don't, consider getting a subscription to Backwoods Home and Self-Reliance magazine. The different homesteaders who write for Backwoods Home and Self-Reliance magazine have been living off the land for decades. You'll find articles that give you advice on working with livestock, working in your garden, going off the grid, catching rainwater, canning, camping. There's so much good advice. We have a 50% off discount for you to get a subscription to Backwoods Home and Self-Reliance magazine. I have found that I've really enjoyed getting off my phone, stopping the doom scrolling, and spending more time reading articles that are teaching me skills and knowledge about homesteading. I'm always excited to see what's in the next issue. Click on the link in the description below to subscribe to Backwoods Home and Self-Reliant magazine for 50% off. Get a subscription to Backwoods Home. You will not regret it.
Now, as older and wiser idealists, we're going to Alaska and into our off-grid project, pretty much assuming like, okay, we think this is going to be fun, but it's not all going to be fun, right? We're smart now. We could do this. I got it. Which is why doing kind of that test trip to Alaska was so important. And lo and behold, It was hard. There were some really hard parts that we really wanted to show, because there's lots of us idealists out there who look at the off-grid scene or read Little House on the Prairie and think like, this is what is missing from our modern life. That modern day conveniences are really like inhibiting us from living our true, pure, most wonderful selves. So it was important to show kind of us getting our reality check. It was important to show like, oh, you know what? This isn't fun. And oh, you know, I idealized washing laundry by hand way too much. It's not fun at all to wash the clothing of 6, 7 people. We showed it. So what ended up happening was people who watched the video, or at least the first part of the video, the doom watchers, would see us fail, would see us saying like, wow, this is hard. I kind of want to quit this. I think we should just quit. Let's go home. Doesn't necessarily mean we're going to quit. But sometimes it's nice to just kind of let it out there like, I quit.
We have learned that really there's like a magical little formula that I've learned as an idealist. Do we have a pen? I wanted to draw this. Okay, so ready? Here's how this works. This is a little thing that I've learned since going to Alaska. I figured this out. So this is the staircase of life, okay? We go along our staircase, and way up here, the idealists think, I'm going to go to Alaska and live off grid, and it's going to solve all my problems. I'm going to love everything about this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have no internet, no washing machine, no dishwasher, and it's going to be awesome. My kids are going to be off screens and say, I love you, Daddy. You're the greatest. And my wife's going to be loving it, and it's just great. And then there's Debbie Downer, Debbie Downer, you're in the comments a lot. I see you in the comments. You're going to get eaten by bears. You're going to all die and freeze to death. You shouldn't take children to Alaska. They're all dead. Every child in Alaska dies. So that's Debbie Downer.
Sorry, that was funny.
So then,
there are no kids in Alaska.
So now along this staircase of life, somewhere in this, and Debbie Downer is reality, right? Alaska is off-grid, is hard and, challenging, but it's also awesome and rewarding. So here's what happens. If you start off as an idealist, then you have to fall down the stairs to reality. Don't, ow, ooh, ee, oh. And that's painful and that's ugly. And that was us in the early part of our Alaska trip, just falling down to reality. Now, if you lower your expectations and you think, maybe not quite Debbie Downer because you'll never do anything because the bears are going to kill everybody. But like somewhere in here, you say like, you know what? Alaska's going to be hard and difficult,
solve all my problems.
And I'll have really a lot of struggle, but I'm going to build something great.
Yeah, it'll be an adventure.
It'll be an adventure, and in the long run, I want to try it. Well, then when it's not as bad as you think it's going to be, ooh, that actually feels good. So it's all in managing your expectations. When you start off at first, it's like all the bad, it's falling down the stairs. So it's like, oh, the mosquitoes and the weather. That was a disappointing one because all we heard about was how
amazing
Alaska summers are the most incredible thing.
And people, I think, got tired of us saying like, wow, this weather is really crummy. But seriously, it was really crummy.
Even a lot of the friends we made in Alaska were like,
it's not like this all the time.
You guys got a bad summer. It's like, it's mostly nice. Yeah, so we were just like, but once you get through the disappointment of like, the weather's awful and mosquitoes are as bad as they say, and it is as expensive as everyone says, like, then we could settle in and kind of enjoy the awesome parts of Alaska.
What was cool about Alaska? You want to go inside?
Yeah, just because the breeze and the wind and
that was the goal in sharing what it was like from a normal family.
Trust me,
on the grid.
Everybody, when you live, 10 years on YouTube, like, do I want to look super tough and awesome on YouTube? Yeah. Do I want everyone to be like, man, this guy, nothing gets him? I could edit it all out.
Yeah.
And, actually, I can edit it all out.
Edit it all out.
Why are we making this video? Never mind.
Because the point was, It's hard.
Yeah, it was hard.
We know there are lots of idealists who watch.
We know you're out there. You idealists watching. Comment below. I'd love to see of the audience. Do you consider yourself more of like a realist? Not Debbie Downer. We know you're not a Debbie Downer. It's the other ones. But a realist, or are you more of an idealist? I'd love to see in the comment.
We know there are lots of idealists who watch these shows, us, other ones on YouTube, and are thinking like, oh man, I want to do that.
That's going to be amazing.
Life.
And it will probably be amazing in the long run. Milking cows?
Yeah.
We sold all our cows, and I said to you at the end, like, I'm so glad I went through that experience. I have so many skills now. I can train a cow to be milked. I can milk a cow by hand. I can milk a cow with a machine. I know all things.
You can pull a calf. You can give a shot. You can fix hooves.
Yeah, I'm a cowboy now. Yeah. And yet a lot of that time, and if you've been watching a long time, you saw a lot of that was really hard at first for me.
It's a struggle.
So,
but it doesn't mean just because something's a struggle and just because something's hard, doesn't mean it's the wrong thing to do.
No.
And it doesn't mean it's not valuable to you.
Absolutely.
To go through it. So that's our Alaska summer was incredibly valuable for us.
Oh, we learned so much.
To learn from. And by the end, we fell in love with Alaska. And we wanted other people to see that anything you do of skill, which for us was going off grid, which definitely is a skill, it's complicated and it's hard and there's bad days and bad times.
Yeah, and if you're just expecting it to be, easy, and you see these tough people on YouTube and look at it's nothing. They just, and some people maybe it is nothing to them, but for a lot of us, I think it is a big change because it's not what we're used to, and it's good to. We wanted to be honest and share that, and we did. And a lot of people don't watch the whole video and they don't watch the whole series. All they know is we went to Alaska and we hated it. And it's true. For a small time while we were in Alaska.
Some hours, some days.
Some weeks. A week or two. We definitely did not like it. But people grow and people change and come through that. And if you did continue to watch our series, then you saw these parts. Good parts.
Insert good parts here. Are you glad we did it?
I'm so glad. What did you love about Alaska, our last trip? Like, what got you?
I loved how much we were together.
Yes.
The tiny house was really cozy. So by the end, it was really sweet, like us all being cozy in there together.
Yeah.
I would never choose to live in a house that size.
No, we know now, like having experienced it, that's too small.
But some of the things that were harder, like you couldn't just switch on the TV. That was nice.
Yes.
And everybody kind of was more prone to just wander outside, right? It was like we would wander outside and eat together or sit around the fire together. If somebody was doing something outside, we'd all go out and check what they were doing. Yeah, it was just if the pace of life and the closeness we all had was really nice.
Yeah.
Alaska's beautiful. Like Alaska is so unique. And that's kind of what pulls you back, I think.
Oh, man.
Oh, little dude is seven. He might not make it out either. Well, man, look at what?
Yeah, what?
You're like, Alaska, you're a little crazy, but...
Crazy hot.
I want to get to know you a little more.
Reminds me of somebody.
Is it you?
Oh, maybe.
Crazy hot.
I'm crazy.
All right, so how about you?
Oh, what did I love about Alaska? I really liked, one of the things I really liked, the off-grid life, back to basic kind of rustic way of life was a lot slower. And our entertainment was a lot more old-fashioned. There's so many video clips where you see where we're like walking to the water and skipping stones and playing guitar by the campfire, that we would, as a family, we would just all be together, because there's not the like movies and TV and internet and emails to get to and people calling you. And it was just like a lot of the noise of modern day life kind of was gone. And even a lot of the like maintenance on buildings and caring for everything. So we just had a slower togetherness.
Yeah, that's an interesting point in that, like, we had nowhere to be.
Yes.
The only place we had to be was there.
Yes. And we were together lighting the fire and together, making morning coffee and sitting and talking and walking down to the water.
Watching
now,
the train.
It's not all that. And that's what we tried to show is there's also doing the laundry, which at the laundromat was awful and by hand was awful. But I really got to love the time together undistracted and slower paced. That was so, one of the things that just stuck with me coming back was like, man, I miss that pace. I miss that speed.
Yeah, and that's an interesting, I keep saying that to you, that's an interesting point, Austin. Because we're not saying all of Alaska's like that.
No.
There are cities in Alaska, there are towns in Alaska. A lot of people just lead a normal life. So apply it to off-grid specifically.
Oh, interesting. So like why Alaska?
So then, and why Alaska?
Why Alaska? Did we even answer that question yet? We liked a lot. Yeah, because we are going to Alaska. We could go off-grid
Anywhere.
I mean, we could go off-grid on this very farm, right? We could just go right there into the field and be off the grid. Wow. Okay, so specifically, what do we love? Alaska. It's like that poem, and we shared this poem a lot in our series, The Spell of the Yukon.
It goes like this. I wanted the gold, and I sought it.
Time we get there. We finally made it to Alaska.
Yeah, let's go see
Let's go see the cabin.
I scrabbled and mucked like a slave.
Stake this land as a bathroom.
Was it famine or scurvy? I fought it. I hurled my youth into a grave. I wanted the gold, and I got it. Came out with a fortune last fall. Yet somehow, life's not what I thought it. Somehow the gold isn't all. You know, there's land, have you seen it? It's the cussedest land that I know. From the big, dizzy mountains that screen it, to the deep, death-like valleys below. Some say God was tired when he made it. Some say it's a fine land to shun. Maybe, but there's some as would trade it for no land on earth. And I'm one.
Yukon is a lot like Alaska. We spent a lot of time in the Yukon driving through, and it's that northern climate and the hardship that you face living in a northern climate and wilderness and the rivers and the gold and all that. And Robert Service's poem, Spell of the Yukon, he really describes how an idealist goes to the Yukon to find gold, and he's going to get rich and he's going to make all this money. And then he gets disappointed, right? He just comes crashing down to reality. It's hard and he's mucking about like a slave and the bugs are getting him and he hates the land is harsh. And
Yeah.
You come to get rich. Damn good reason. You feel like an exile at first. You hate it like hell for a season.
Right now it's pretty awful.
We can't do this. We can't stay here.
How are we gonna not hate this the whole entire time?
And then you're worse than the worst.
It's a trial by fire. It's like worse than anything we'll ever put ourselves through.
Everything's gonna feel
professionally.
better after this.
Yeah. Well,
And then he learns to endure it, and suddenly he finds himself liking it. And then he actually strikes it rich, gets his gold, and what does he want? He's got his gold. He misses the Yukon. He misses the adventure and the land.
yeah. Well,
It grips you like some kind of sinning. It twists you from foe to a friend. It seems it's been since the beginning. It seems it will be till the end. The summer, but no sweeter was ever. The sunshiny woods all athrill. The grayling a-leap in the river. The bighorn asleep on the hill. The strong life that never knows harness. The wilds where the caribou call. The freshness, the freedom, the farness. Oh God, how I'm stuck on it all. There's a land where the mountains are nameless. The rivers all run God knows where. There are lives that are erring and aimless, and deaths that just hang by a hair. There's gold, and it's haunting and haunting. It's luring me on as of old. Yet it isn't the gold that I'm wanting so much as just finding the gold. It's the great, big, broad land way up yonder. It's the forest where silence has lease. It's the beauty that thrills me with wonder. It's the stillness that fills me with peace. We went to Alaska, trying to learn about off-grid life and how to build one for ourselves. And then things got really muddy.
What are you finding, buddy?
I'm finding gold!
Nice.
In the end, we found what we were looking for, but we found so much more.
I can probably fit in it.
You guys did a great job with your little houses, and I hope in PA we keep building little houses.
We're not done with our off-grid journey. But the plans, what we were going to do, that has changed. If you've ever spent time in the wild north, then maybe you'll understand. There are hardships that nobody reckons. There are valleys, unpeopled, and still there's a land. Oh, it beckons and beckons. And I want to go back. And I will.
And I think that the reason I shared that poem in our series was it very much mimicked like what we were going for was to see if we were tough enough for off-grid life. And then we found out, oh man, it's really hard. And we didn't find what we were looking for. What we found was like our time together in this amazing, beautiful place, Alaska. And we grew to love that. And then we grew to love it all again. And like coming home, we missed, sure, we can go off-grid, but actually the time we spent together in Alaska, you know, hiking, I remember us hiking through Exit Glacier and the beach in Seward, collecting sea glass in the beach in Seward, catching salmon in the Kenai River, catching salmon, and just like
I was thinking like how often when you see somebody doing something extreme, so say it's like a show, Naked and Afraid, right? Or give me another example of something. You'll see somebody really going and doing something that's outside their comfort zone, but they feel driven to do it. A lot of the times they'll say like, I'm doing this for this person who died, right? I'm doing this, I want to live because they didn't get a chance to. And I was thinking like, why do we wait for someone to die to remind us that this is our chance to live? Like this is our chance with our kids to just go and do something awesome. And we went. We know it's hard, but we also know it's awesome.
Yeah.
So this is our shot to go do that. So why would we wait?
Yeah, we're not. Peace.
Well, classed it up there, Austin. What? Is that a beautiful moment?
Yeah, no, we're not. We don't.
Yes, I know. That's the point.
So we're doing it.
So,
oh, look at this cute baby. She's totally like that.
Quick little nappy.
We had, I think, when we look back, we've been together for 16 years. We've had kids for 14 years. When we look back, the time we spent together off-grid in Alaska as a family has been one of the top peak time experiences of my life, like my whole life, even not just our life together. And I've traveled and I've done a lot, but like that summer that my family was in Alaska, off-grid, it was hard at first, but then it's been one of my peak experiences in life. So I want more of that. And you didn't even get to experience it. You got to go and see Alaska. Yeah, you don't even know. So peace. Yep.
Yeah, so we didn't hate Alaska.
No.
In fact, even though it was hard, it's a place we want to spend a lot more time. That's why we're going back.
We just made it to Alaska. We are beginning our drive to the cabin. We got probably 4 hours to go. I just gotta remember, boy, this is nice. I like this. This is like,
you will arrive at your destination.
almost there.
But there were a few things that we did hate about that experience. And we learned while we were off grid in tiny cabins, rustic cabins, what we loved and what we didn't like. And that's why our cabin and what we're going to do at our cabin is going to be a lot different than what you saw in the Alaska Off-Grid Challenge. So what changes are in store for our off-grid life? Are we going to do laundry by hand? We're going to talk about that in another video in this series. So if you have questions about what our off-grid cabin is going to be like, what plans we have, make sure to leave them in the comments of this video, and we'll get to them in a future video.